All right, let's fire this thing up and dive deep into the world of best-rated Kamado grills.
You got it. Those ceramic cookers, man, there's something else.
I know, right? People are obsessed. They can grill, smoke, bake. I mean, is there anything they can't do?
Pretty much the ultimate outdoor cooking machine.
For sure. So we're going to break it all down for you today, everything you need to know.
That's right. No more getting lost in the Kamado jungle. We'll be your guides.
Perfect. Okay, so first things first, we got to tackle this ceramic versus aluminum debate.
The age-old question, right?
Right. Like ceramic's always been the gold standard, but aluminum's getting popular too, so what gives?
Well, you're not wrong. Ceramic's got that amazing heat retention, super fuel efficient, but
But you just got to be a but.
aluminum Kamado designs have been stepping up their game lately.
Really? So are they like actually catching up to ceramic in terms of performance?
In a lot of ways, yeah. They might not hit the same level of heat retention, but they're getting close.
Interesting.
And you can't beat the price difference.
That's true. Aluminum's definitely more budget friendly.
Especially if you're, just starting out or don't need that super precise temperature control.
Yeah, that makes total sense. It's all about finding the right balance.
Exactly.
Okay, but let's say you're ready to invest in a top-of-the-line Kamado, no matter the material. What features really separate the best from the rest? What should we be looking for?
Well, one of the biggest things is the firebox design. That's where the magic happens,
Yeah, the heart of the beast.
Right. You want a firebox that burns efficiently, distributes heat evenly, and makes temperature control easy peasy.
So not just any firebox, you gotta have a smart firebox.
Exactly. Another key thing is the cooking grate system. You want something durable, high quality, especially for searing.
Like heavy-duty stainless steel, right?
You got it.
Yeah.
Something that can handle the heat and won't rust on you.
Speaking of heat, temperature control's a big deal with Kamados, isn't it?
Huge. That's kind of their whole thing, that precise control over the cooking environment.
Right, so what features should we be looking for to ensure we got that control?
Well, adjustable vents are key.
Makes sense.
And a tight-fitting lid, too. Oh, and maybe even a built-in thermometer.
So many options.
Yeah, it's all about fine-tuning the temperature and creating those perfect cooking conditions.
It's like a culinary laboratory out there. Now, I know there are tons of Kamado brands on the market, and they all say they're the best. Is there one that truly stands out? Or is it more about finding the grill that's the right fit for you?
I really think it's about finding the right fit. There are a lot of fantastic brands out there.
Sure.
Each one's got its own strength, its own little quirks.
Right, like their own personalities?
Exactly. But at the end of the day, the best Kamado is the one that you're going to use and enjoy the most.
So true. You don't want to be stuck with a grill that you don't connect with.
Right. It's got to feel right.
Okay, so let's say you found your perfect match. You've got it all set up and you're ready to cook. What kinds of foods are these grills best suited for?
Well, the beauty of a Kamado is its versatility. You can do it all, really.
Okay, like what? Give me some examples.
I mean, you can sear a steak, grill a burger, smoke ribs, bake a pizza. You can even roast a whole chicken.
Whoa, hold on. Pizza on a Kamado.
Oh, yeah.
That's next level.
It's incredible. Really unlocks a whole world of options.
All right, well, you had me a pizza. But seriously, that versatility is super impressive.
It is.
Now, I've heard a lot about direct and indirect heat when it comes to Kamado cooking. Can you break those down for us?
Sure. So direct heat is when your food is, directly above the heat source.
Okay, makes sense.
Think of those nice grill marks on a steak
Ah, I see.
or that crispy sear on a burger. That's all direct heat in action.
Now I'm getting hungry. So what about indirect heat?
Indirect heat's more like an oven.
Okay.
You use a deflector plate to create a barrier between the food and the heat source, so it's slower, more gentle cooking.
Like for roasts and stuff.
Exactly. Whole poultry, anything you want to cook low and slow.
Yeah. It's like having an outdoor oven right there in your backyard.
It is. And one of the things that really sets Kamado cooking apart is the ability to infuse your food with that smoky flavor.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
We'll dive into that a bit more later, but just imagine those smoky aromas filling your backyard.
I'm already there.
Mhm.
Okay, before we get too lost in our culinary fantasies, let's tackle some of those common questions people have about Kamados. The practical stuff everyone wants to know.
All right, let's do it. Hit me with your best shot.
All right, let's get to those burning Kamado questions everyone's got.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, first up, size. How do you know what size Kamado's right for you? Is it like a one-size-fits-all thing?
Not really. Kamados come in all sorts of sizes. You
Okay.
got mini ones, perfect for like a couple or a small family, and then you got these massive ones that could probably feed a small army.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
it really comes down to how many people you're cooking for on the regular.
Makes sense.
And of course, what kind of food you plan on making.
All right, like if I'm mostly grilling burgers and hot dogs for my family of 4, I probably don't need a Kamado the size of a car, right?
Yeah, you'd be fine with a medium-sized one, most likely.
Okay, good to know.
But if you're, I don't know, dreaming of smoking whole briskets or something,
Yeah.
then you might want to go bigger.
Okay, so size matters.
In the Kamado world, it does.
Got it. Now let's talk fuel. I know Kamados use charcoal,
Mm,
but is there a specific type that's best?
absolutely. You want to use lump charcoal, not those briquettes.
Ah, okay, I've heard of those.
Yeah, the briquettes you might use for, like, regular grilling.
Right, right. So what's the difference? Why is lump charcoal so important for Kamados?
Well, lump charcoal, it's made from pure wood, no additives or anything. So
Interesting.
it burns cleaner and hotter than briquettes, way less ash, too,
Ah, that's
which
too bad.
means better temperature control, and that's key for Kamado cooking.
Yeah, that makes sense. Got to have that precise control.
For sure.
Okay, this next question might seem a little basic, but I think it's worth addressing. How do you actually start a Kamado? Is it the same as a regular charcoal grill?
It's similar, but there are some key differences.
Okay, like what?
Well, first off, you never want to use later fluid in a Kamado.
Oh, really? Why not?
That ceramic can absorb those chemicals, and they can, like, taint the taste of your food.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, definitely want to avoid that.
Okay, so no lighter fluid. What do you use then?
Chimney starter's a good option.
Okay, I've seen those before.
Yeah, those metal cylinders, they get the charcoal going nice and quick.
Right.
Or some Kamados come with electric starters, even easier.
Oh, fancy. So once the charcoal's lit, what then?
Then you let it burn for, I'd say, about 15, 20 minutes
Okay,
until it's got a nice layer of white ash on top.
gotcha.
That way you know it's burning evenly and going to give you that consistent heat.
Patience is key.
It really is, especially with Kamado cooking.
Okay, now for something I'm personally excited about. Smoking. Kamados are known for making amazing smoked meats, but I'll admit, the whole process kind of intimidates me.
I get it, it can seem daunting at first,
Yes.
but honestly, it's pretty straightforward once you understand the basics.
Okay, so what are the basics?
Well, the key is to maintain a low, steady temperature for a long time.
Okay.
Usually somewhere between 225 and 275 degrees Fahrenheit.
Got it.
And you want to use wood chunks or chips.
Right. For the smoky flavor.
Exactly. Different woods like hickory or mesquite or applewood, they'll all give you different flavor profiles.
That's so cool. It's like a whole art form.
It really is.
Okay, so low and slow, use the right wood. Any other tips for beginners?
Invest in a good meat thermometer. That's crucial.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You want to be able to monitor the internal temperature of your meat and make sure it's cooked to perfection,
Right, you don't want to overcook anything.
especially those beautiful ribs or brisket.
Okay, meat thermometer, check. Now, I know we've been focusing on the basics, but I gotta ask about that incredible smoky flavor that Kamados are known for. What's the secret?
It's all about the design, really. And the wood, of course. So when those wood chunks or chips smolder over the charcoal, they release all that smoke.
Right.
And it circulates throughout the cooking chamber, penetrates the meat,
Ah.
adds flavor, creates that delicious smoky crust.
So it's like a flavor sauna for the meat.
You could say that.
No, I've heard you can even bake on a Kamado. Is that true?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, one of the great things about a Kamado is that consistent temperature, perfect for baking.
Huh. I never would have thought.
You can do breads, pizzas, cookies, even cakes.
Hold on. Cakes on a grill.
It might sound crazy, but it works.
Wow.
That indirect heat and even temperature, it's like a dream for baking.
Okay, I'm officially mind blown.
You might even find those baked goods taste even better with a little hint of smoky flavor.
All right, I gotta try that. Kamado cakes. Who knew? Okay, one more question before we move on. Cleaning. I've heard Kamados can be a pain to clean. Is that true?
Well, any grill needs cleaning, right?
Yeah.
But Kamados are actually pretty easy to maintain,
Okay, good.
especially if you follow a few simple tips.
All right, I'm all ears.
First, always let those coals cool completely before you do anything.
Right, safety first.
Then you can just brush out the ash from the firebox, no big deal.
Okay.
The cooking grates, you clean them just like any other grill with a grill brush.
Easy enough.
And the ceramic surface, it's naturally non-stick and rust-resistant, so that makes things even easier.
So it's not as scary as it sounds.
Nope, not at all.
That's good to know. I feel like we've covered a lot of ground here today, from picking the right size Kamado to smoking and even baking.
We've been through a lot, that's for sure.
But there's always more to learn, right?
Yeah.
The world of Kamado cooking is just so vast.
It really is. There's always something new to discover.
Well, lucky for our listeners, we're not done yet. In the final part of our deep dive, we'll explore some additional resources and tips.
Yeah, we'll give you everything you need to really take your Kamado skills to the next level.
Awesome. So stay tuned, folks. Welcome back, Grill Masters. We've covered a lot of ground, from choosing the right Kamado to mastering the art of smoking and baking.
Yeah, but the adventure doesn't stop there.
Exactly. There's always more to explore.
So many hidden treasures in the world of Kamado cooking.
And that's what this final part is all about, taking your Kamado skills to the next level.
Think of it as the advanced level of the Kamado game.
Perfect analogy.
Yeah.
So where do we start? What hidden gems should we be on the lookout for?
Well, one area that often gets overlooked is accessories.
Ah,
Yeah.
accessories. It's like giving your Kamado superpower.
Right. The right accessories can unlock new cooking techniques, make things more efficient, really expand your culinary horizons.
Okay, I'm all in. What are some must-have accessories that every Kamado enthusiast should consider?
A high-quality heat deflector for sure.
Okay, tell me more.
It lets you do indirect heat, turns your Kamado into an outdoor oven.
Oh, I love that.
You can do slow-roasted meats, pizzas, even baked bread.
That's amazing. What else?
A pizza stone. Essential if you're a pizza lover.
Makes sense.
Gives you that crispy crust you just can't get from a regular oven.
Okay, pizza stone, check. Anything else on your list?
Depends on what you like to cook, but a grill extender can be handy.
Yeah, more space is always good.
And maybe a cast iron grate, those sear marks.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
And if you're serious about smoking, a good digital thermometer with multiple probes.
It's like building the ultimate grilling toolkit.
It is.
So besides accessories, what other tips or resources can help people master Kamado cooking?
Connect with the Kamado community. There are online forums, Facebook groups, even local Kamado clubs.
Oh, that's a great idea. Like
Yeah.
a whole network of grilling mentors.
Exactly. Share tips, recipes, experiences. It's invaluable.
Love it. Any other wisdom to share?
Don't be afraid to experiment. Kamado cooking is all about trial and error, finding what works for you.
It's about the journey, right?
Exactly. And that brings us to our final thought for today. You've explored the what of Kamado grilling. Now it's time to dive into the how.
Okay, I'm ready. What's the how?
Don't be afraid to push the boundaries, try new techniques, new flavors, have fun with it.
Turn your backyard into a culinary playground.
Exactly. That's the spirit of Kamado cooking.
Well said. And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the world of best-rated Kamado grills.
Hope you enjoyed the journey.
We sure did. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and happy grilling.